We would like to present our project Profit Maximization through enterprise collaboration using digital media. Did you know that the overall market share of digital media was at 32% in 2013, and this value is expected to rise up to 42% by 2017, which is an important reason why this year's Praxisprojekt is all about digital society. As you might already know, Greece has been struggling with the economic crisis. Therefore, the budget of the government is very limited. For this reason, we selected Greece as the country of interest to make sure that the economic problem we will discuss needs to be solved in the first trial due to the budget limitation. We will consider the case that we, Group DIGITIZER members, are working for the government and we are providing technical support to companies that will work in Greece in terms of effective usage of digital media to increase their profits. Let us give you the list of players involved and define the problem. A startup company, which is a small company owned by an industrial designer who lived in Thessaloniki for a long time and who has a strong relationship with the locals there, including his industrial designer colleagues. This company works on sustainable designs and wants to work in Athens. A big international industrial design company that works on household appliances and that wants to work in Thessaloniki. This company does have strong relationships with people in the government in Athens, but they are not known by the locals in Thessaloniki. The local people in Greece who can affect the profits of these companies. And the Greek government's enterprise department, our group, which wants to improve the economical situation in Greece by helping companies increasing their profits so that more locals can work in their companies and more VAT is paid. This department supports companies in using digital society efficiently to increase the profits. We would like to summarize the high-level sense of our metric, set by one of our members, Onur Günlü, to explain how we approach the problem involving the players explained before. For the given problem, a function that takes the following as the variable inputs work areas of the companies, how trustworthy these companies have been to Greece in terms of VAT, how much profit is aimed by each company, business networks that have been built up by each company and the expected VAT from these companies in the next 10 years if they increase their profits is built up. Rather than trying to model the effect of each input in our metric, I would like to analyze some particular cases. Mainly the output of the function when the particular inputs are given is a value which we will analyze and apply thresholding. This approach means to level the single output so that different strategies can be applied for different levels. For example, if the input parameter is good for both companies and the government, then the value of the metric is increased, whereas if they both are damaged in the future, according to the input parameters, then there will be a bias towards the gain of Greek economy rather than profits of companies. In the latter case, the metric has to give a small value. According to the threshold approach, if the metric is too small, then Greek government's gain is also small and the government's department gives up the case. If the value is really high, collaboration is suggested to the companies so that the theoretical phenomena can be applied in practice. We can represent two independent, correlated is even better, random variables by using a single variable, and this is the minimum total cost. By the way, for us, the cost is the economical cost for using digital media that can ever be achieved. Source coding theorem. For the values in between, different levels of cooperation is suggested rather than, for example, giving advertisements together as if one company. The details of strategies corresponding to different metric levels can be inferred from our mind map. If we focus again on Greece, we can conclude that lovely Greece's economy is in crisis, but it is not hopeless. That is why we have worked on Greece. In addition, it is a good choice to make sure that even the government has a budget problem. Therefore, especially the small local companies in Greece and the government, have to give perfect decisions at once. Aut viam inventiam aut faciam.